From Central Illinois, it's the Sofa King Awesome Show. Rock, metal, 80s, retro. It's not just good, it's Sofa King good. Oh, baby. Listen every Friday wherever you get your podcasts. Spotify, Apple, even YouTube. And now, Sofa King Awesome. Here are your hosts, Thundersticks, on the Sofa King Awesome Show.
Welcome, everyone, to another amazing episode of the Sofa King Awesome Show. Today, we are greeted by none other than the drummer of SLAUGHTERDOG, Mr.
Nolan.
What's up, everyone?
How's it going?
Thanks for coming down, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah. So you are the drummer of SLAUGHTERDOGs and also someone else, right?
Yes, the other band is Misery Garden.
Yep, and I seen you guys at Blue Grouch.
Yes.
Yeah, and you opened up for Head PE?
Sleep Signals.
Sleep Signals. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sorry. That was the week before that I had seen someone there. Yeah. So, but yeah, we're going to get into SLAUGHTERDOG right now and play some of the music. This song is Gates to the Gutter. Check them out. Hell fucking yeah. Not the band, but you know. What's up, man?
I'm chilling, man. What's up?
What's up? What's that song about?
That song is one of the first songs we ever wrote as a band in my sweaty-ass garage.
Yeah.
And Johnny, our bass player, actually came up with the little punk rock second portion of the track, and we just built off of it. I mean, he brought us such a great foundation. We were kind of lost, didn't really know how we wanted to start off as a band, and he just busted out this punky bass riff, man, and we just ate it up.
Right.
Ate it up like a Reuben sandwich.
Yeah, and he's also the bassist in
Misery Garden as well.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, he's got some good energy. I feel like more now I've been seeing a lot of bassists stand out.
Yes.
Like literally every local band I've seen, the bassist, you can hear them good. They're doing something either crazy or standing out. Like you hear, it's a lot of not just, open, 1, 2,
right.
They're like, bing, like,
they're taking the spotlight for sure.
Yeah. So it's really dope to see, and everybody just standing out. So, you got any, what's the most recent show you played?
We played April 1st
Yeah.
at Gin Mill, and dude, that was such a crazy, energetic show.
Yeah.
Like we packed the house, and it was just extraordinary.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Now you got a show coming up with Syraxis?
Yeah, that's June 17th.
June 17th. All right. Hell yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this episode will be out way before that. It's be out this Friday.
Awesome.
So yeah. That's with Syraxis and Before the Fire Dies?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, they're all good dudes too, because Nick Shaw, the bassist. Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yep. Good dude. So yeah, I know him from Robot Army mainly first, but then to come with so yeah, all those bands eventually will be on here,
Good.
So I just had was it Astrofix or something?
Oh, those guys are great.
Yeah, they just messaged me. I'm waiting to respond back, so they want to come on here and check it out. So it's really cool to put the spotlight on everybody,
Absolutely.
locally around, because I totally enjoy it. It's because I'm a pretty hard forward guy as far as like, I'm not like an asshole and be like, oh, your band just sucks, dude. So it's not like that, but it is. I mean, I do tell it like it is. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, you guys are good. Maybe give it a year or two.
Right.
Like whatever. But instantly, it's been, like I said, when I seen Woody LeBaron and then you guys, it was like I didn't know what to expect because I didn't listen to anybody. It's like watching trailers to movies. I don't like to be not necessarily spoilered, but in a sense, I don't want to be, I didn't listen to you before, so I didn't want to go in there listening to you. You know what I mean? I wanted to see what the live was about. And really everybody during that whole Metal at the Curve was literally blowing me out of the water, 'cause I didn't know what to expect. I mean, you kind of go in with low hopes, just being in a band and playing with other bands that, like you knew they were shitty, you know what I mean? It's been there, everybody's been in that spotlight. So it was refreshing to see everybody good.
Right.
So I think Springfield's got a good scene going on.
Absolutely, dude.
So
absolutely.
That's where a majority, Soul Sleeper's out of there. A couple other bands that, I mean, I don't know them off the top of my head, but I'm getting to know, more around. I think Illithid is from there. Yeah. Been working on getting them from there. You got any upcoming shows besides that June 17th one?
I know a few days before that, Misery Garden's playing a show.
Okay.
I think at Buzz Bomb. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Chaotic. That's going to be a fun one.
Okay. Now, what kind of drums do you play?
I play Ludwig accent. My whole life, dude, I'm completely self-taught as a drummer.
Right.
I've never had a single lesson. I just figure it out. Right. And I'm not really particular as long as I can hit it hard and it doesn't break.
Right.
That's all I care about.
Right.
But I started off with a hand-me-down kit that I got at Dumb Records.
Mm-hmm.
They just had it in the back, and they were making room for that arcade that they have now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like the house kit for all these punk shows.
Mm-hmm.
And they just gave it to me. That's what I learned on.
Hell yeah.
It had a hi-hat, a kick, and a snare. That's it.
Yeah.
And just sitting in my dad's basement playing. I mean, you have your idols like Dave Grohl and all these other dudes. You're kind of like, oh, what's he playing? Oh, he's $5,000 drum kit. 18-year-old Nolan can't afford that. So pawn shop cymbals is what I started off with. Things that were cracked and shit. Right. They didn't sound good. But I saved up money playing these shows. Man, I got a Ludwig accent with some Sabian cymbals.
Yeah,
and I think that's a good starting point. You know, to build off of.
Right. Now, do you have a dream drum set, or are you just like...
Not necessarily, man.
See, I don't either, man. I'm more... I'm professional and I like being technical, but I'm like I'm not a car guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, I've been a drummer my whole life, so I mean, I've just played what I think looks pretty.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not like I've sat down behind a Gresh or a Ludwig and I'm just like, like it doesn't it's not that fucking serious for me. I mean, I'm sure it is for a lot of drummers, you know what I mean? Like the tone and the wood and and I'm like, I don't care.
Right.
It's like my weed, man. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm just here to fucking get stoned, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just here to play some drums. I'll play your drums, you play my... I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? But, I mean, yes, I do put money into my... if anybody's ever seen my drum videos, I put, a lot of money and just effort. But it's,
It's preference.
Yeah, so also, I mean, I haven't really ever, chose my drum set either.
Right.
Like, I got a buddy who owns a pawn shop, in the last 2 new drum sets I had, like a dad bought them for their kid, and they just didn't play it, and it sat around for like 6 months, so they just like pawned it off. And then he's like, "Hey, I got a drum set. You want it?" And I was like, "Cool." So that's what happened with that one, and it was like all silver chrome, and I'm like, "Ooh, that's dope." I wonder if Sweetwater plug, has like another kit, and I can just add on to it.
Right.
Well, conveniently enough, I mean, they had an expansion kit to that kit in the same finish, so to speak, and I was like, which was like the other kick and the other smaller floor tom, and then a couple other smaller toms that go in between your,
That's crazy.
And I was like, dope. And then I got it here, and it's not that fully set up right now. Like I can't do the 2 kicks because I'm not using one of them. You know what I mean? But it's definitely like a big Neil Peart feel.
Right.
Or you
got all the bells and whistles that you need. Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little much. I would never. Depends on the show, but I would never bring 90% of that.
It's too much.
It's like a trap drum set for me, man. Play like I keep it light. I got a bunch of shit to tear down, man.
Right.
I've been doing it for years, so it's What's the one thing you tell a new band coming up, or tell younger self of you?
Don't give up, man. You gotta be passionate, and if you want it, you'll get it. If you work hard enough, it's just like anything else in life. I mean, I've had plenty of bands that fell through for unforeseen circumstances or what have you, and a lot of that can be prevented if everybody's just passionate and they have the same dream. I'm so dedicated myself, and a lot of my other bandmates are as well, and I think that's why we are getting the recognition that we are getting currently, because we're inspiring other people. That's so important. Excuse me. So important. Acid reflux. It's so important to continue being inspired and inspiring other people, I think.
Right. Okay.
Sid.
Check it out. what the fuck is that song about?
That song
Sin, right?
has it's up to interpretation. It has a lot
Yeah.
of meaning. All I can say is all of us, meaning humans in general, have been in dark places, and you find light in those dark places, and that's what that song, to me at least, is about.
Right. Now, how's your writing process?
It's very cut and dry. We get together, and we get really inebriated off of substances
Nice.
that I cannot say.
Right.
And,
You can. This is an adult's podcast.
Okay,
no,
good.
he gets it.
We get really fuckered up, man.
Yeah.
Real good.
A little shit-faced.
And we just riff it out. And it's
Just
like
an
making
original
a sandwich.
band does, man.
Absolutely.
Just like an original band does.
Yeah.
You know,
And
just
if you've ever had a good sandwich, you know, toppings are important. The bread makes a difference. And that's just how we write our songs, man. It's like making a sandwich.
It's like making a sandwich. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, do you know what your other band members play on? Like, bloop, bloop, their rigs?
I know Nathan has that big, it's like a Boss Katana, but it's like the Big Daddy one, where it's like the 2-speaker solid state one. That thing sounds crazy, dude.
Yeah, you guys sounded good.
He plays some kind of Jazz Master or Jaguar. I think it's a Jazz Master. That guitar is awesome. For even just it being a Squire, like those certain Squires that you find sound better than actual Fenders, I've noticed.
Yeah.
And that's insane. But Johnny always plays that Ibanez Prestige or a Schecter Hellraiser or some kind of Schecter. They have crazy ass names. I can't even keep track anymore.
Yeah,
but,
no, I feel you. The main. Yeah, he just plays Schecter.
Yeah,
I
just
get it.
some Schecter that looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how often are you like pumping out new music? Like one a month, once every 3, like getting them out there? When did this EP come out?
This EP came out a few months ago, and I want to give a huge shout out to our buddy Blake Durbin. He plays in Sonic Sunday. I don't know if you've had them on.
Well, yeah, I think Woody LeBaron mentioned him
Yeah.
last week. Yeah.
He's incredible, dude. He's a weapon. Like,
Yeah.
he is an absolute weapon and an asset to this whole new wave of bands and music that's coming out. I mean, we just asked him if he would record us, and he did. He sat in there with us and sweated and cranked it out with us, man.
Yeah.
And it sounds great. I mean,
It does.
he did
It
the
sounds
Sonic
good.
Sunday EP too. I mean, he knows what he's doing. That man he's so good.
Mm-hmm. Where can we find you? What all socials are you on?
We're on Facebook, just SLAUGHTERDOG on Facebook, and then on Instagram we're at Real SLAUGHTERDOG.
Yeah.
We try to be more active on Facebook. There's just a lot better reach on Facebook than there is Instagram.
Right.
Everyone's posting on Instagram all the time, and shit gets buried.
Right.
Facebook, it's just kind of always there somewhere.
Right. And it's easy for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Now, you got any YouTube videos or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it live footage or?
We have our first professional show on Facebook. You can pull it up if you want, but it was our first show at Buzz Bomb, and we didn't have a vocalist then, and we actually played with Illithid and Master Bastard, and that's how we found our vocalist, was at that show.
Yeah. Who? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got
Dallas, he plays guitar and sings in Illithid,
Yeah.
and we just loved his voice. Like I talked about on the other podcast, but I've never heard anybody with that
Chug
range.
Life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the range
Shout
that
out.
Dallas has. Yes, absolutely. Michael's great. But we played without a vocalist. It was just like an instrumental deal.
Mm-hmm.
And he liked our sound, and we liked his sound, and so we all got together, and the rest is history, as they say.
Now, is everybody from Springfield?
Yes.
Yeah. Does everybody have the same practice space or what?
Yeah. We used to practice. Our bassist Johnny had this apartment complex that we called the Slaughterhouse,
Okay.
and we would just sit up in this little apartment, man, and we just sweat it out all night long and write our songs. That's where we recorded our EP at, was in that apartment.
Oh yeah.
And it was really, really funny. But we did that, and Johnny eventually moved. He has his own house now with his fiance, and we just practice in the basement or practice in my garage sometimes.
Right.
Like, I always make the joke that my garage is full of magic, because
Yeah.
I always bring people over, and that's all that happens is magic. I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's some energy in the place I live.
Maybe you're just good vibes, man.
Maybe, but
that's the thing.
Good shit happens, man. I mean, that's how Slaughter Dog and Misery Garden became a thing, was in that garage.
Yeah.
Just, sweating it out.
So, how long has Slaughter Dog been a thing?
Only a couple months, man. Like
Yeah.
less than a year at this point.
Yeah.
But
What about Misery Garden? Even less?
Yeah, even less. A few months.
Yeah. So you guys are just pumping out shit left and right.
Yes.
So
trying to stay busy.
So the EP just came out. So you're 3. So what? You probably got like 7 songs maybe? Do you have 7 songs or?
It's a 3-song EP. Misery Garden is currently working and recording on some material. We're just flushing out stuff and tweaking it a little bit to make it sound better.
Yeah.
And SLAUGHTERDOG is actually we finally just got enough songs to put a full-length album out, so that's also in the works.
So how many is that?
I'd say about 7 or 8.
Okay, 7. Okay, yeah, that's where I was getting at.
Yeah.
You know, how many songs did Slaughter have? Yeah, so I thought you played more than 3 at.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, I thought you played like 5 to 7 at the Curve. So, yeah, if you haven't checked that out yet, I do have like a highlight reel of the Curve all 3 weeks in there. So, whoever's watching this can click back and check it out. You know, the sound was mediocre. It always is mediocre. You know, at as much as it can be at metal shows. You know, I'm editing a show that I took that to last night, and obviously without spending $4,000 on just a microphone.
Right.
You know what I mean, dude? Like the microphone I had up, dude, it was just like, dude, I was just like, fuck me, dude. So I'm sitting there and I'm like emailing the bands. I'm like, can you just tell me what your set list was so I could dub the original music to it, please? Because it sounds so dog. I was like, oh, whatever. But it's turned out all right. It's not bad. So I can't really be mad at it. So, now, do you know when you're going to drop your next EP?
That is up to interpretation.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything too early, but it's going to be a banger when it drops.
Yeah. So I assume that possibly a music video for one of these songs or something.
That's in the works.
Yeah.
That's absolutely in the works. Yeah. I do have big news I want to drop too, kind of in the same vein as that.
Go ahead.
So we are working with a certain someone. His name is Josh Catalano. He is a wonderful, wonderful human. And we are going to be working with him on a music video for one of our songs. I'm not going to say which song. I'm not going to say anything else. I don't want to set expectations or spoil anything, but it's going to be really fucking awesome. Yeah. And we're playing it down home too. Okay. July 27th, I think is the day. I'm so bad with dates.
Oh, it's all good.
But whenever down home is happening,
we're
going to be there.
It's going to be there.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's going to be crazy. We're excited.
Hell yeah, dude. Now, I know that we both agree on not being like, you know, the 200% professional drummer, but do you have any like special routines or whatever that you do, or you just go in, just warm up for a little bit and just go to town? Do you have a certain band you listen to? Or
it's like when you work out, you find that right song that just gets you pumped up. And I kind of do that. I just get really inspired. So I'll listen to a track that I've been really, really heavy on recently, and that'll just kind of set the mood. Like I said, as if you're working out, you find that one heavy song and you'll bench press 220 and be golden, right? Yeah, right. And it's kind of the same thing. I don't really practice or do anything. I know that'll kind of get me in trouble with certain professional drummers, but
hey, no, dude, I don't practice 100 times a week, man. Right. I'm like, now with busy in life, I'm like, if I do a drum video, I'm like, I practice that song for like a week straight, you know, 20 times a day. And then maybe if I feel like on that 21st time, I'm like, I'll shoot the video. Yeah. But it's like, if I'm practicing it 20 times in a day, I want it to be fresh. So I'm probably going to shoot a music, you know, that drum video that night doing it, you know, so.
I do a little bit of like kind of like what you were saying, where if you find something, you just like write it out for a minute until you get it right. That little
it's a random ass spider. Do you see it? Right?
Oh my God, I do.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
Take care of him.
Oh shit. Hey.
There he goes. Special guest.
See you later.
Daddy Longleg.
It's so weird saying Daddy Longlegs.
Daddy Longlegs.
Yeah, that's
there
wild.
He goes. He's cool, man. He's chilling.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know, man. Personally, I kind of think people who sit and hit a pad for 12 hours a day are kind of bullshit, you know?
I feel that.
I think it's like people who wash their car 7 days a week. It's like, it's just going to get shit on anyway.
I think we can say the same thing, I can use the same, I see it when gamers, you know, or like sweats, you know, and people are like, go touch grass. Exactly. I could say the same thing. It's like, bro, go live life. Man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like I appreciate the effort to an extent, but I don't know. That's just me personally.
No, I agree. I know everybody's allowed to have their opinion. You know what I mean? Not that they're not a great drummer.
Shoot the messenger.
Yeah, not that they're not. We're not saying that. It's just like, maybe it's, a little much, man. Just like everybody who lifts all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you just make drumming your personality.
Yeah.
Just like, if a girl makes drinking her personality, you know what I mean? It can go multiple, ways.
Yeah.
So I totally get it. So I like, definitely laid back, cool drummers, I mean, I got a few that are very professional who aren't, all, they don't make it their life.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it is a huge part. Like, I feel like maybe I fall into that category because, I mean, I am now, I think probably for the past like 3 years, I play to a click.
Yeah.
So I usually just didn't. I mean, and I was just like fine with that. And I would figured if it was like a problem, the internet would let me know because I've had like my drum channel up for like, 2 or 3 years now at this point. I figured if it was like off just a little bit, in the
comments.
Yeah. There's always going to be a hater.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there was never really any, like negative comments to be like, oh, you should do this or why do you do this? It's just like never any. And I'm like,
you must be doing something right then.
Oh, or just like, okay, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, that's cool, you know what I mean? But not like, oh my God, fucking Jesus Christ. And, I'm fine with that too, to an extent. I guess I would just have to play certain songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just get out of my realm.
And I'm a big jam guy. I love having people over and just jamming. And I think in turn that helps me get better. Like that's my rudiment practice for 8 hours a day. Like just getting together with your buddies. I mean, I just jammed with a few friends yesterday that I hadn't seen in some time.
Right.
And that in turn made me a better drummer for next time. You know what I'm saying? Like learning from other people and like reading other people and watching what they do on their instrument in turn helps me become better. And I think helps them become better too. Like that's my practice, I guess. Right.
Because I'm like a sponge, man. I like getting feedback from, everybody that I talk to and just like, seeing you play or seeing what Todd from Mild Cartoon Violence, I think is his name.
Shannon,
sorry. Yeah. Shannon Todd Stewart. Yeah. So, which I don't know if they're all coming, but he might be here in like, an hour, so. But, before you leave, we'll fucking have you jump on the drum set and
that's cool.
Just jam out or something.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
That
Put the
sounds fun.
AirPods in and fucking just jam out and just let loose for a minute or two. But do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I have one thing. Yes.
Go ahead. Spotlight's yours.
Yes, thank you. If any of these lovely listeners are struggling with starting a band or doing anything, don't let the flame die out. Keep trying. Keep swagging on. I was there once. I'm sure your favorite artists, musicians, what have you, were in there as well. And find inspiration in the little things. Listen to that song that you play on repeat over and over again and find inspiration.
That's a good one. That's a good one. The little things.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And honestly, I know this is touching on that. My AirPod Pros are like the best fucking headphones I've ever had.
Oh, I've heard.
Fucking life, dude.
Yeah.
And I hear every little thing in there, and I'm just like, and I love them. They're better than my studio headphones. You know what I mean? With the noise canceling, like I absolutely swear by them. I practice them every time.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, those things are awesome.
Hell yeah. But we're gonna jam out a little bit, and thank you, Nolan.
Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. And this has been a SLAUGHTERDOG special. Check them out on Facebook. They got a show coming up. This episode will be out by then. And hopefully we'll see you again with Misery Garden.
Yes, sir.
And you guys are a 3-piece.
Yes.
Yeah. Are both bands a 3-piece?
SLAUGHTERDOG's a 4-piece. Misery Garden's a 3-piece.
Okay, cool. And can we expect new music anytime soon?
Absolutely. It's in the works.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, awesome. Thank you for coming by, man.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to jam out. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks.